everyone. This is Nick and Lauren with Global Media.
A little bit more about Global Media. We are a digital marketing agency. We're based in Middle Georgia, but we work with clients all over the United States. We have a wide range of digital marketing capabilities, and you can learn more about us at globalmedia.com.
So today we're going to be talking about what every small business owner is thinking about, and that is the coronavirus epidemic. It's important that you don't pause your marketing efforts. You just try to pivot them, especially to digital marketing right now. The good news is we are prepared as a society right now more than ever to succeed in a world where business is conducted primarily online. So today we're going to be going through different actionable tips to help you let go of the idea that you should pause and be more proactive in how you're responding to this epidemic.
We've broken our checklist down into different parts based on the different parts of your digital marketing strategies. So let's go ahead and get started.
So the first platform we're going to talk about is your website. Your website is at the center of all of your marketing efforts, and it's the place that you should have the most up-to-date, accurate information, and the place that your customers are going to land to find out how you're responding to the coronavirus and any kind of changes in your policies and procedures. So the first tip that we're going to tell you is to post a notice explaining your response. You can see an example on the screen now of one of our clients. We suggest that you put this preferably above the header of your website, and you link it to a page on your site just to give your customers the information of how you're handling business right now.
Yeah, what we're seeing from across all of our clients is that the customers are really information hungry about what the status of a particular business is, how they're operating, and what they're doing to respond to this. So actually, our second tip is to install a free chat feature for your website, and this works on so many different levels right now in response to this. Number one, you've probably got employees who are at home, maybe their children are with them, and phone calls just aren't the best platform or way to engage with your customer right now. A free chat really solves that problem. There's also people are so information hungry right now. We're seeing such an influx of calls to a lot of our clients that free chat allows you to interact with multiple clients at the same time and still have one-on-one conversations with them. So it's a really important feature.
One important thing to note too is that you can actually set your hours of operation on this chat. So, for example, if you are active from 9 to 5, you can have an employee or however many employees you want responsible for answering those customer chats. And then at 5, the chat will remain on your site, but it'll prompt the user to send an email instead that you can then respond to the following business day.
And what research is showing that customers, especially younger customers, like the convenience of chat over actually making a phone call. So because your website is the place where we hope that your customers are going to be most confident in the information that you're putting out, chat is a great feature to add right now that can really improve your communication during this challenging time.
And also, even beyond this time, once you get these things set up, it's something that can just kind of give the user a more robust overall online experience, which is what younger users and even millennials are in their 30s, some in their late 30s now. So that's kind of what that whole age group is looking for. Next, we have embrace e-commerce. A lot of our clients have kind of already shifted to a focus on e-commerce, even if they have a physical location. And e-commerce will look different for different types of businesses. It's important that you think about how you can best support your customer as far as shipping, delivery, and pickup options.
This is especially a time to be creative with all of these options. And, like Lauren was saying, this e-commerce isn't going to look the same for your business, but just be creative with it. Customers are looking for that experience right now, and they're going to remember the interactions that they had with your business during this time. Our last tip for the website is to set up online payment, and things have been moving in this direction for a really long time, but now is a time to keep cash flow right. For a lot of businesses, they need an online payment option. And if you're invoicing clients, what you'll find with online payments, you'll just really be surprised at how more quickly you get those invoices paid. So Things were already moving in this direction, but if you're not there yet, you really need to make sure that you have these online payments set up so that you can start getting you can see some cash flow during this time when you may be closed.
The next piece of your online marketing strategy that we're going to go over is your social media presence. First starting with just simply creating a post that explains your response to the coronavirus and pinning it at the top of your social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. And what that does is when someone lands on your page, even if it's not the most recent thing you've posted, it appears first on your news feed.
And what's interesting about social media right now is two things. One, social media use is just booming right now with everybody being at home.
Absolutely.
And the other thing is that people are using social media a little bit differently, whereas normally in social media, where you interact with a customer may be in their news feed more than anything when they see your post or your boosted post. But now more customers are seeking out the actual pages of the business so that they can see how these businesses are responding to the pandemic. So it's really important that you have things like your pinned messages at the top of those pages. I mean, it brings me on to the second one here, which is to use Facebook Messenger. And Facebook Messenger is a chat feature. When they go to your page, they're able to message you there. It's important right now that you're using Facebook Messenger and you're responding to those, and that your response times are on point, because that's what customers are looking for right now. Again, they're information hungry. The other good things about Facebook Messenger are that there's some features that you can set for automated responses. So if somebody's asking, are you open, or what are your hours of operation, those things can be responded to automatically, and that's going to save you a lot of time when it comes to interacting with customers right now.
Absolutely. And because social media is booming right now and we're seeing so many people on there, it's important that you stand out amongst all the noise. So, just a kind of a normal social media post and go strategy that we see a lot of businesses doing is not going to cut it right now. It's important that you have, even a small budget behind your social media ads and your boosting right now so that you can stand out. Another way to stand out is to utilize stories, especially on Facebook, where most businesses aren't utilizing stories yet, and even on Instagram, where yes, a lot of businesses use it, but we're seeing a lot more engagement and a lot more views than we have historically with social media stories, because everyone's at home and they're kind of just, a lot of us are bored at home with our kids, and we're on social media a lot more than we'd like to be. So it's important that we take advantage of this time as small businesses. One cool thing that Instagram is doing right now is they have a stay home sticker that if you use it in your story, you will show up for the people that follow you on the stay home Instagram story that's going to appear before all the others at the top of their Instagram account. So that's one way that you can kind of stay at the forefront of your customer. And lastly, we want to make sure that when it comes to your social media strategy, particularly your paid social media strategy, that you don't pause your ads, you don't pause your efforts, that you just pivot your messaging, pivot your calls to action, and make them more primarily focused on these digital marketing strategies that we're talking about.
So the next area that we're going to talk about is your Google My Business listing.
So, as we all know, when users are trying to find a product or service, the first place that they go is to Google. And we want to make sure that your business not only is visible, primarily in the map listing if possible, but also just in the search results. But when you do appear in those Google My Business listings in the map, it's important that all of your information is accurate and up to date, including your hours of operation right now. And that you take advantage of a lot of the built-in features that Google My Business has for booking online, as you can see in this example of one of our clients, ordering, pickup, and delivery. It's important that you make it as easy as you can for your users to perform the action that they are looking to perform as quickly as possible. Because as we all know, customers are fickle, especially when it comes to online.
Absolutely. So another thing, the second bullet point that we have here for Google My Business is to use the built-in Google My Business post to update your customers about what's going on, whether it's a special deal or just about your coronavirus response. Again, the more complete these listings are, the better you're going to show up and the higher you're going to show up generally in map results. That using the Google My Business post is another feature that we want you to be using. It's kind of like a social post. It shows up a little bit differently, but it does get pretty good engagement in Google search results, and we think it's a really effective way to update your customers during all this. So the next area that we're going to talk about is email marketing. And we really only got one bullet point here, and that is to, if you haven't already, start a client newsletter or email series and communicate with your customers via email. One of the first things that we tell our clients when we start dealing with them at Global Media is start collecting emails, as soon as possible, and as soon as you reach kind of that critical mass, start sending emails to your customers to get engagement. Email is one of those things that's really built to communicate with your existing customer. And we're seeing our clients during all of this start to use email in really creative ways with virtual services and learning series type emails. So we're really excited about all the things that they're doing during this. And we think it's a great tip for any business to really get started with their email marketing.
And there are a lot of free platforms that you can utilize that are free up to a certain amount of email subscribers. And it's important that you utilize a lot of the built-in features of these email marketing platforms, like automation, segmentation, segment your customers into different lists based on demographics or the service that they've purchased from you. Never underestimate the value of an email address, because email continues to have the highest ROI of any other marketing platform. So next we're going to be talking about how you can pivot, how you use technology in your day-to-day operations internally with your team, but also with customers.
So, at Global Media, we're fortunate that we've had employees working remotely for several years now. So we've really got kind of our internal communication game down. One of the things that we do is we use an internal chat program that really helps us share files and stay connected. We also do a lot of in meetings where we can see each other face to face. That kind of stuff just helps when you're working remotely, when you're distributed like that.
And, I've seen a lot of businesses lately posting screenshots of their Zoom meetings and things like that people are taking advantage of those video chat features when you have a larger team, and sometimes phone calls don't seem to work as well. So it's important that you have those capabilities. And again, this is something else that once you kind of figure it out, during this time where it's kind of necessary, it's something that you can take with you long after this crisis has passed.
Our next bullet point is to use a VPN, that's a virtual private network if necessary. Certain businesses, certain types of work are just done better when you have access to the company network. And what a VPN allows you to do is it allows you to work as if you were physically at the office, but when you're not. So this is something that you may need some help getting set up. I'd lean on my IT company or my network administrator to do this. But if you have the type of work that works best when you have access to your actual computer, or you have access to your actual company's network, it's really important to get that set up, and it's something that you'll be happy that you have afterwards.
And lastly, most businesses have already embraced a cloud file sharing platform like Google Drive or Dropbox, but if you haven't, now is a time that you're definitely going to want to do that. And what that allows you to do is share files with your team members, but also you're able to access the same files whether you're at home or you're at your office.
And this is something that you'll be really happy that you have and that you'll want to keep, when this is all over. It's not something that you're going to want to get rid of. This cloud file sharing is really a productivity boost.
Absolutely.
And the last thing that we want to talk about today is just general digital marketing or general marketing strategies that you're going to want to employ at this time.
So we're seeing a lot of people pivot, like we said, to a more digital approach. One thing that we were recommending is if you have the ability to host some sort of online event, that could be a webinar like this one, an online class, could even be a how-to video that you post. That people can view while they're at home, creating any sort of online only campaign to supplement income that you might be missing out on right now. We have several clients that are doing deals on gift cards that can be used at a later date. Buy now, pick up later options. It just depends on your business. This is something else you're going to have to be creative and lean on your marketing team. I think outside the box. And lastly, here we have leading your community through service. Every small business and their employees have unique skills that can be of some help in the community, and it's important that we are a part of maintaining a thriving local economy as much as possible right now.
Absolutely. I think it's a really important time for, the community to stick together, but for business owners to be serving their community. All right. Our digital marketing checklist is available online on our website at globalmedia.com/blog. We've got some other coronavirus related resources to help your business during this time. And we just really appreciate you listening and joining us today. You can connect with us, please, at Instagram, at Global Media, also Facebook.com/Global Media Group. And also on our website, we're offering free marketing consultations to any business that wants to talk about their coronavirus response or just their general digital marketing strategies moving forward.
The good news is that these strategies, while they will help you get through these times, are also going to help you years to come become a more resilient business and utilize and leverage the power of digital marketing to help your business.
And what we're seeing from our clients during this time is that we've done a lot of these things and they're better for it right now. So it's not only important to get through this response, but also for whatever may come next. I hope that we never face anything quite like this, but I do see as a theme just generally small businesses coming out of this more resilient than ever.
Absolutely. Again, we are Nick and Lauren with Global Media. You can find out more about our business at globalmedia.com.